We back. We back, man. We back for another edition of Around the Shield. We back, man, after a little brief hiatus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know everybody's like, what happened to the 50-50 show, man? Come on, man. These guys, they just not coming through. But we had to come through today, man. It's Around the Shield, man. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. Obviously, we're gonna have a lot to catch up to. The Raiders. I want to get into like some of these QBs. Like, because I know Severe, you're a big Dante Moore fan.
Yes.
You've been hyping him up. You've been talking about him, and I like him too as well. Like, I mean, the Raiders need a quarterback, so obviously I'm like, if it's a quarterback, then I might be for it. You know, it just really depends on the situation. But before we get into that, man, make sure to click in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We appreciate everybody coming through. We're going live on both our channels, so if you haven't already, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Man, we see everybody pulling up. The night crew pulling up, man. We appreciate everybody pulling up. My guy LS says salute to everybody. The Joe Burrow talk has already begun.
Oh man.
So I was talking to Severe about this. Did he come out and say anything that would make you think that he wants to be traded?
I don't know exactly what he said. I didn't watch it. People been commenting on his press conference he had, and somebody said he needs the positivity bunny. That's what the Eagles had in their locker room up until they lost to the Chargers. So there's I don't know if he sounds disgruntled or what it is, man. If y'all in the chat, y'all can let us know, man. Let us know.
I mean, they signed both the receivers for him. I mean, they signed both the receivers, and in the last game, he kind of threw the game away, or turned the ball over. He turned the ball I think he turned the ball over 3 straight times.
Yeah. 2
interceptions, crazy interceptions though. Like D-line or linebackers, they literally jumped up and stole that ball, and then there was a fumble that he had as well too. So I mean, if he's mad, he better be mad at himself, because he kind of do that if he's mad about the game. But it is what it is. Joe Burrow is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. A guy LS says hell of a start to week picking the Falcons. Okay. So you see, I get. Now I'm seeing your edge. What you do is he'll pick the Thursday game. We never pick the Thursday game.
Yeah.
We usually shoot it after. We shoot the show. You know what I mean? We have the show after the game. So see, now I know how your record is that good, man. I'm seeing how you kind of get up there, man. We appreciate everybody pulling up. Salute. Sacktown in the building, man. My guy, man. Appreciate you pulling up. MG's in the building. He says the 3 M's, Moore, Mendoza, and Miami. Okay. I would say Moore, Mendoza probably in the first round. Miami would probably be around, second round 2, 3-ish, round 3. Round 4. Oh man. Salute. 831 in the building says salute, man. Appreciate you pulling up. LS says to me it sounded like he's had enough of football altogether. Anybody trading for that man? Why does it seem like that, man? If you guys remember, there's another quarterback in Cincinnati back in the day who had enough of playing football in Cincinnati. That was called Carson Palmer. He retired, and then he unretired when he got traded to the Raiders. But it was a few years. It felt like, I don't know, how was he, like a year or two retired?
It
felt like
he was. I don't remember how long it was. I don't think it was that long though. I don't think it was a year or two.
Maybe I might have exaggerated.
It probably maybe it felt like that long, but I don't think it was that long. Maybe a year.
I'm out on Simpson and Allar. I'm fourth round.
Say second is too rich for my blood. Yeah.
The second is too rich because the second you can get probably a good offensive guard. You might be able to get even a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I mean, to get like a nice receiver. If you go Mendoza, I want like some big receivers on the outside, because he likes to throw those 50-50 balls. The back shoulder throw that he loves to do. I don't know if we have anybody on the team that's able to kind of fit that guy. Maybe Besh, maybe
not a 50-50 guy. No, he's like a good body control receiver, get position and be physical with a guy, but I don't see him as a point ball guy.
man, he finally got some snaps last week.
Yeah.
And guess what? He was productive. Like I mean, I know some of it kind of came in some garbage time, like it wasn't,
Not
but
some of it.
he still, it was still good experience. Still,
Exactly.
he was able to be productive.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the entire season went by, and we haven't seen anything close to Thornton doing that.
Oh yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying?
The entire season went by, we hadn't seen anything close to Jack Pitts doing that either until yesterday. So like I said, I mean, it's good that it happened. Like I said, I don't care when it happened. He got the feel of what it's like to be in the flow of an NFL offense and make some catches, and that's good. That's a good experience. So I don't want to take anything away from him, but I also don't want people like, look, see the Jack Best breakout game. Like, nah, bro, it's a whole bunch of garbage time stuff. Like, so calm your horses there.
Right.
But some of these fans, I see them jumping off the building, but but it's good. It's progress. Progress is what you want to see, and that's what Sunday was.
Salute to everybody pulling up. Got to take the QB round 1. So we'll get into that. We'll get into the scenarios, because I know a lot of people was pushing back earlier in this week. I kind of implied, like, you know what, BPA could possibly work too. And it's and part of it is because I'm not like super, like, this is, it ain't like a blue chip prospect draft when it comes to quarterback position. But that being said, I don't see the Raiders passing up a quarterback if he's there. I'm not saying that, but I'm like looking at the possibilities. What happens if the Raiders just like one guy?
Yeah.
Maybe they like Mendoza, or maybe they like Dante Moore, and that guy, right now they're number 2, the number 2 pick overall. They can get to that number. There's a possibility they can get to that number 1. So then they'll have their choice of quarterbacks. But if they have the number 2 pick, and that stays until the end of the season, or they drop to number 3, who knows? Pete Carroll's trying his best right now to win every game. And this week, Kenny Pickett gets to start. I don't know, because I kind of like the idea of Geno Smith playing every game until the end of the season, because he was doing a good job of losing every game that needed to be lose. I mean, like, he's not playing good football
at all.
It's crazy. It's so bad that Pickett comes into the game, and it, like, you could tell it's a huge difference between him and Geno. And I think a lot of that is probably confidence. He's not like pushing the ball down the field. I mean, you seen that throw that he had. That was a nice touchdown throw that he had in that game.
Shedrick has a real nice throw. It's a real nice throw. It's a hell of a route.
His arm kind of looked. I don't know what the hell. This arm. It didn't look too bad. It didn't look too bad. Yeah. It looked too bad. I was, I've been critical of Pickett, but not to say what he'll do something this weekend. We'll see. I'm just man. I don't know. Offensive line looked. Hey, Caleb Rogers.
Yeah.
Man, Caleb Rogers is making the coaching staff look dumb.
Oh, for sure.
For having him not come on, like, just playing these types of mind games with the players, especially young players who obviously need the experience to develop, and the fact that they were week in, week out putting worse players, or it didn't even matter if it was going to be worse players. It's just the idea of, like, you're 2-8, you're 2-7, you're out of contention. It's like not even close. And you didn't want to put out a rookie that you drafted in the 3rd round, which is a round that, like, players get on the field, they contribute. Coach says, I'll take a linebacker in a second to compliment. Hey, I feel like you can wait on a linebacker. Like, you can wait. I was
trying to get a joke off, man. It was boy Tommy Akinbro.
Oh, okay. That's his, okay.
One of the people responsible for giving up that return.
Okay. That's his way of just shooting shots. Okay, all right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
MG says we wanted the young players to play, and some of them did garbage or not. Okay.
Yeah. No, not facts. Like I said, I mean, said it's a good they got the experience, but some people were like, "Oh my God, see, the 2nd round pick is justified." Like, no, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. LS says if we take Arvell Reese, I'm pulling Sharon. Hey, is that a flag on a play? Would you say that's a flag on a play?
I don't know. This whole situation is crazy. 'Cause I've been seeing some crazy reports about what happened with him, man. So it's like it's some crazy stuff that they're saying went on.
Like was he extorted or like what's going on? Like I don't know. We'll get into the details, but my initial I was like, damn, like he literally screwed off millions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, that gotta be a flag just off that. I was like, God,
Ime Udoka.
Yeah, facts. Pretty much the same. Oh, I want to say same situation. I heard he was a menace though. He was a menace. LS says, in fairness to Jack Besh, he's been open multiple times this season, and Geno has completely ignored him. Yeah, they were garbage time catches, but Pickett was willing to throw him the ball. Yeah, facts. You could tell that Pickett, who obviously is a backup quarterback, he has a little bit more chemistry with Besh. And the thing is too, like, man, Geno, like I said, his confidence is shot. Like the fact that they had to pick up Tyler Lockett, and he tells you everything that you need to know. They're trying to get people that he has, chemistry with and confidence in, so he can push the ball down the field or get the ball down the field. But
I agree.
We'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend, man. Salute, my guy, King of Mod. Salute, Severe. Salute, Pharaoh. Miss y'all Tuesday, man. Glad the dynamic duo is back, man. Appreciate you, my guy, man. Appreciate you coming through as always. He also said, I read that Besh meets with Pickett and goes over games plan, does board work. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense for Pickett to want to get him the ball.
Yeah.
Someone that he's comfortable with, someone that he feels like he can trust. Besh's mindset and work ethic hopefully continues to grow as wide receiver. Yeah. I'm not down. Look, that's why I said, like, people are ready to throw the book at Spy Tech, and I'm sure it hasn't been perfect. Like, I mean, you could probably, look at one move here and there, or like a couple of things we could criticize, but at the end of the day, like, this draft class, I'm not out on it. I'm not out on it.
No,
there's guys that showing potential. There's guys that's flash. And we'll see how it shakes out like within the next few years. Obviously, like, you want to give like 3 years to a draft class to really fully evaluate it. But guys like Besh, I think he could be a contributor. Darian Porter, I thought he looked good the other day too as well. Looks like he could be a starter for this team.
Yeah.
And man, it's crazy that even last game, and shout out to my guy Mo, who said this. He's, sometimes Mo be saying things that we be thinking, and he what he said was, like, this coaching staff shouldn't take any credit for getting these rookies out on the field.
Yes, injuries.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That's literally the only reason. The only reason. They tell people. So we know why. We know why these guys weren't playing, right? We don't have to like wonder who it was, or who in the organization didn't want it. Like, it's clear who doesn't want these guys on the field. It's Pete Carroll. So I mean,
yeah, man, and it's so funny just hear him talk, saying that, like, oh yeah, when Geno's back, like, we're gonna get your ass out of here, bro. Just get out of here, bro. But we'll get into that. We'll get into real quick. I mean, I want to get into the quarterback. Did you watch the Ohio State Indiana game last week?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it. Yeah, I watched it.
What were your thoughts, man, from watching the game, man? Did you, because I know you probably going into it, you're like, Ohio State's going to win this game. I felt like that was going to happen just because the talent. It's just like you can't bet against like Ohio State. It's hard to bet against Ohio State's talent, even though Indiana's had like a really good season, and they kind of been, kind of like that. I won't say Cinderella story, but like people were like, damn, Indiana's number one. Like beating Ohio State, like that's not even something that people even would predict. But they went ahead and did that.
Yeah. I mean, I figured Ohio State will win. I thought it would be a close game because, quite frankly, I think Cignetti is a better coach than Ryan Day. And I think that, saying he's a young quarterback, his first year starting, biggest game of his life so far, like, how is he going to play? How is he going to hold up in that kind of situation? And then Indiana, they have like a good defensive line, man. So like that was always going to be an issue right there. But I just thought just the weapons, with Tate and with Jeremiah Smith, I thought that would be enough to get Ohio State over the hump. And and it kind of played out that way. I mean, like that disadvantage that San had that bore itself out, because you think about that pass to Jeremiah Smith. If he delivers a good pass, that's a touchdown, and that's game. That's game. So neither quarterback played great, but just what Mendoza was up against, just with that all the talent that Ohio State had, that adds like an extra layer of like impressiveness to the performance, just because Ohio State is just a really good team.
Yeah, and it was a defensive game. I mean, overall, like both defenses played well. It's just Mendoza. He makes the throws when it counts.
Yeah, he clutched it out for sure.
Yeah, and he has some guys. I mean, Surratt is a good receiver. I think
he lost Cooper too, so that was another layer of
early, and that's a guy that's that's pretty good too. Becker is a guy that he looked nervous in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's something that you made a comment in the past, and I agree with, like when receivers like catch the ball and they bring it to their chest, like you could tell like they don't want to drop it. And then I think he had a drop too early in the game, possibly.
I don't remember.
He just looked nervous early in the game, but then once he got that out of his system, the rest is history. He had a big game.
Yeah, facts.
And especially like that last throw. I mean, what do you think of Mendoza as far as like his arm talent? Like, I know that's been, people question like, does he have a good arm? Is it like okay? You know what I mean? I think he has a good arm. I think
it's like
he can make all the throws.
Exactly. I don't think his arm will limit him in the NFL. Like, is it like, oh my God, like this guy has this incredible arm? Like, no. But like, I don't think his arm will keep him. Like, if he's not a good NFL player, it's not because he lacked arm talent.
But you know what, I could see him like, I could see him being really productive if you just get him some big outside receivers, because he loves throwing that back shoulder. Like, he can throw it up there, those 50-50 balls. Like, I'm telling you, like, that's why, like, I feel like if the Raiders go after him, we have to get like, and maybe in free agency, maybe you address that. Maybe we wait until 2027 to address that number one receiver spot. Maybe in this free agency class, we get a guy that fits, that mold of a big receiver that that compete for a starting spot. That maybe Mendoza, especially if they finish with the number one pick, and they'll know who they're gonna go after. So then they can start like, all right, what does he need? What does Mendoza need? Like, let's start getting, or maybe Dante Moore. You know what I mean? He got a talented tight end out there in Oregon.
Yeah.
Who the Raiders have? They got a talented tight end out in Vegas. So, but it just seems like, I feel like it feels like it's going to be Mendoza right now. It's hella early right now, but it just feels like Mendoza is like the safer pick.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I could just tell, like, and a part of it too is you could see him playing well early.
That is also true.
That's part of like, I could see where a team could like want to be all in on him, just because, like, coach, especially a new coach coming in, they're going to want to hit the ground running. You get a Mendoza, he could obviously, he seemed like a smart dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's all football.
Sure, for sure.
I know we kind of like early on, we're like, oh man, this Mendoza cat, his personality's kind of like, I don't know. But the reality is, that was like my first impression. But at the end of the day, like, that don't matter. It really don't matter.
It matters. Don't say it don't matter. It matters.
I don't think it matters. I think for me, it only matters when the off-field stuff is affecting your play on the field. Meaning that, like, if you're not a guy that's a hard worker, the first guy in the building, like, and you're playing the quarterback position, I don't think it's gonna work.
You don't have to worry about that with Mendoza. But the leader, but put like this: nobody's ever questioned Russell Wilson's work ethic, right? Like, have they ever questioned his ability to be like his work, how the time he puts in, any of that. Nobody ever questioned that. But there are also other questions about Russell Wilson as a leader. And those are, a different kind of questions with Mendoza, but those questions remain. Like, I don't think anybody will ever have to worry about him not being prepared or him not being able to put in the work. But as I said before, like, as a leader, there are two things you have to be able to do. You have to be able to command respect, which I think he'll be able to do, through his preparation and his work ethic, and, if he plays well on the field. But you also have to be able to demand respect. And I don't know if he'll be able to do that second part.
Yeah, but look, but you used Russell Wilson as an example, and he had pretty much up until a certain point was considered like almost a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? He just like there was like everybody was like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna go to the Hall of Fame until like now the last few years. Now it's like a question like, does he? You know what I mean? He probably should, but like it just the last few years kind of like makes you question like, man, like how big a drop off it was from him in the Seattle days with Pete Carroll to now what it looks like now. But my point is that even when you bring up Russell Wilson, at the end of the day, he got the job done in the football field, and that's what really matters. Yeah. So if Mendoza gets it done, it really doesn't matter because.
Well, I brought up Russell Wilson for a specific reason, is that we never really heard anything about the Russell, and I said this before about Mendoza. We never heard anything about Russell Wilson until there was some adversity, right?
Yeah.
So Russell Wilson hit the scene, and Pete Carroll was 7-9 both years before Russell Wilson got there. He gets there, I think they win like 11 or 12 games his first year. So like as soon as he got there, they had success, and they had success just about every year until they hit like a rough patch. And as soon as they hit a rough patch, what did you start hearing? There's a divide between Russell Wilson in the locker room, and he's too close to the people upstairs, and that's when you start hearing everything. And nobody talks about that stuff while you're winning, like nobody cares about any of that. But as soon as some adversity hits, that's when people care about it. With the Raiders, more likely than not, you're going to hit adversity right out the gates. Like, you ain't going to come in here just winning, right? So, like, those are questions that are going to be asked early on. And can he weather the storm? Does he have the emotional maturity and the mental fortitude to be able to weather that kind of storm and come out on the other side of it? That remains to be seen. But so that's why I said, that's why I compared Russell Wilson, because if it's all smooth sailing, like I said before, if it's smooth sailing, the team is winning, Mendoza's playing well, you won't hear a peep about it. But as soon as some adversity hits, that's when it matters. And that's when leadership matters the most, right? When like everything is sunshine and rainbows, like anybody can lead in that situation, but it's when there's some adversity and you're going through troubled waters. How do you respond in those situations? And that's what matters most, and not just on the field, off the field. And you won't have Kurt Signetti there to kind of be the guy, right? You have to do it on your own at that point.
See, you mentioned that you don't think he faced the adversity in his college career, meaning that he played for a Cal football squad that not a lot of people are going to be talking about as far as one of the most talented teams in college football. Not like they won a whole bunch of games. I think they finished 6-5 in 2024, and then 2023. Pulling it up right now just to take a look at it, just to see what he finished there, because I know he played 4-5.
Okay, they were both eligible. So I mean, like, yeah. So like you're saying, like, but nobody like Cal's not the center of.
So these are games where it doesn't really count because I think one game, maybe less, like 3-5, because one game he only had one attempt. So like the second, let's see here. Yeah. So I think he started, his first start was like October 7th, 2023 for Cal.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I think, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 5. Yeah, okay. About 3-5. 3-5 in 2023. Yeah. So my point is that like, and then he was like, you know, my point is that he had an adversity at Cal. So it's not like he played for like, you know what I mean, like one of the best college football teams in the in college football, and they're winning, and all they did was win, and he's never faced adversity. I mean, he's faced adversity. He's played for a college team where they actually improved under him. I mean, I think they beat Stanford, which is like their rival. You know, Cal's rival is Stanford. They beat Stanford for the first time in years. So that was like a big win for them, and I think he led the way with that. And then like that Cal team, I didn't really have a lot of weapons, and you know he was a guy that kind of stood out in that way where he was able to like ball out with the guys that he had out there. And then he went to but then obviously he goes to Indiana, and everybody's like looking at him. But that says a lot that Cignetti sought him out in the transfer portal. Yeah. You know what I mean? To get him in Indiana, that says a lot about him and his talent. But I think the pick would be Mendoza. Now that I already had that, we already had this conversation where I hit you up like, I think Mendoza is probably gonna be the pick. But then I'm like, all right, why wouldn't Mendoza be the pick? Why would it like if the Raiders went with Dante Moore, what would be the biggest reason why they would go to Dante Moore? And the biggest reason is probably, you know, the ceiling. You know what I mean? Potential. You know, that there's a potential that might be great because, I was going to say CJ Stroud. I mean, he plays just like him. Dante Moore, he kind of has like, he's 20 years old. I think he doesn't turn 21 until
after the draft.
After the draft, right? Yeah. So he's pretty young. And like, the only thing about Dante Moore, he's more athletic. Arm talent is, I would say, I feel like their arm strength wise, I feel like it's about the same.
I think Dante edges him a little bit, but you can say the same. I think Dante got him, edges him a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, okay, you can say both have good arms.
Yeah, good enough to succeed. Neither one of them have like, oh my God, arms, but they both have good enough arms to succeed in the NFL.
Both are accurate.
Yes.
Both are accurate.
I give Mendoza the edge there, though, probably.
Yeah, he's had some dimes this year. Yeah. And then I would say I would say obviously Dante Moore I'll give him the edge as far as athleticism. Like, at first I was like, because Dante Moore, surprisingly, he doesn't really use his legs a lot. And then I've seen a few plays. I was like, yeah, it's not. He did some type of spin move. I was like, yeah, Mendoza ain't doing all that. Like, he did a spin move. I was like, nah, he's not doing that. But so I definitely get an edge for sure. Not close with Dante Moore. Pocket presence.
About the same. I think about the same.
See, so it's very close if you think about it. Yeah. It's like super close. When you start like talking about like all their strengths and weaknesses, the only thing that you probably could say is probably the athleticism that Dante Moore can give you. Yeah. But as far as everything else,
it's very close. Yeah. One guy might edge it over the other guy, but everything else is pretty close. So, except the experience aspect, which is in pro readiness, I think that's where Mendoza kind of has the clear advantage.
Exactly. So you might say, oh, well, Moore has the potential, but he's more riskier.
Yeah.
And he's only had 1 year of starting. So you thinking that from that, if you look at it from that perspective,
year and a half, but yeah.
Oh man, less than 20 games though. Less than 20 games. And I remember, I don't know if I sent this to you, because I think during the season there was the study last 10 years. They pulled up all the starts of all the quarterbacks who were drafted within the last 10 years. And then, it was a variation because I don't think experience in college is the end all be all as far as to quarterback success. But then once you start getting to that like less than like 20 starts, that's where it kind of gets a little bit shaky. Yeah. And just to name a few guys that came into the league with less than 20 starts: Anthony Richardson, Trubisky, Kyle Kyle Murray,
yeah.
Mac Jones, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had less than 25. I think he had more than 20.
20 for sure.
But the reason why you start hearing these names, these guys are all quarterbacks that kind of you wouldn't say they're like super successful. Or if like Darnold, he's playing his best ball, but like he went through a whole, journey up to get to this point. So meaning is like Moore, he would probably need some time. That the NFL, I'm not gonna lie, they're not gonna give you time. That's the one thing that like I learned from the Anthony Richardson. They are not gonna wait around for quarterbacks. Like they're not like that. And I agree with this is where I agree with Tom Brady when he talks about quarterback development. I know he breaks it all the way down to like, high school to college and then the NFL. But in the NFL, like they're worried about job security. They're not, like once they find out that their job might get fired or anything like that, forget about it. Like they're gonna try to find ways to like win football games, let alone like be patient to develop quarterbacks. So that's the thing that I'm like concerned about, like with Dante Moore is like, man, like, yeah, he has things that you like, but then that right, that's a big one. That's a big red flag for me.
Yeah. When you look at it holistically like that, and just not looking at anything in context, that makes sense. But then when you start to like, once you dive into it, the picture becomes much clearer. Like, we all know Kyler Murray's issues isn't talent, right? Kyler Murray can be damn near be as good as he wants to be. It's just, is he willing to put in the time to actually do it? Mac Jones, you kind of never knew what Mac Jones was because he was playing on essentially an all-star team, with like several NFL wide receivers, several NFL running backs, several NFL offensive linemen, coached by potentially the greatest college coach of all time. So it's like, like how much is this is actually Mac Jones and how much of it is his surroundings. Then Anthony Richardson, that's him and Dante Moore, they're kind of diametrically opposite in terms of like, what they do on the football field. So like you don't really have the questions you have with those other guys you don't have about Dante Moore, right? He's a guy that's very accurate. You see him go through progressions. You see him like make high level throws. You see him place the ball like with incredible ball placement, great accuracy. You see some arm strength there, and he's a guy that's still young. He's not even like in his like grown man body yet. So like there's still going to be room for him to grow, put on weight, put on muscle, potentially arm strength improves as he gets, bigger and stronger. So like there's still that ceiling there, but there's also the aspect that he plays the game from the shoulders up. Like he's not scrambling around. He's not doing all this crazy stuff. And then, kind of we talked about with Mendoza, we talk about Surratt and Cooper, like name a wide receiver that Dante Moore is throwing to.
Yeah, his receivers, I don't know. The number 4 guy, he's kind of fast. Like he's pretty fast. And I know his number 1 that I think his tight end is going to go in the first round. Probably there's a good chance he go in the first round. Maybe second.
I don't know, but second, probably second.
I think he might be the best tight end.
Yeah, but he's like the year Greg Dulcich came out of UCLA. He was the best tight end, but it's like nobody thought he was a first round pick. That kind of deal.
Yeah, okay. Well, man, he's making plays for him. He's balling out. But yeah, he doesn't have like the receivers that Mendoza has. But he's also not making the throws that Mendoza's making. Like, man.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yes, oh bro, you gotta watch.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not throwing any dimes, but like not like it's just not. I think Mendoza got him beat there. Like it's not like it's not to say that he's not throwing any dimes. Like he's throwing some good. There's like I could pull up. Like there was a one against Penn State that I remember when he rolled out to the right. And he threw it on the run. Threw on a run. I think there was that Iowa game at the end where when he was bringing them back to win the game or that game winning drive. He threw a dime to was it number 4?
I know play you're talking about. I don't remember.
But you know what play I'm talking about, right? So there's moments like he's throwing dimes, but it's just, it's just Mendoza kind of gives you a little bit more, but it's a long process. Long process at the end of the day. Like right now, we're talking about Mendoza because the season that he's having, obviously he just beat Ohio State. There's still playoffs that need to be played, college football. Then there's a whole entire offseason where they're gonna like break down every little detail, and you know what I mean. So it's still a long way to go, but man, Raiders need the number 1 pick. It's without it. Like we need it, bro.
I don't even know if I want the number 1 pick. Mendoza has the more impressive feats too, as well. Like obviously he beat Dante Moore head to head. He beat him. Then he beat Ohio State. Which is probably the most impressive win out of either one of those guys. So he has the more impressive feats. But if you listen to the guys who like evaluate the quarterback position, they'll say Dante Moore is the best thrower of the football in college. Best thrower of the best thrower of the football in all the college sports, right? Like they usually say him and Mateer are like the 2 best in terms of like,
he got a quick release, and he throws it at a lot of different arm angles too.
Yeah.
So I was
like, also just his accuracy, his touch, like his understanding of where to place the ball. And that's to say like Mendoza doesn't have any of that because he has all that as well. But just listen to the guys that, like Todd McShay is one of the guys. He was one of the first people who was saying, after me of course, but he was one of the first people saying like Dante Moore is like this guy. He probably has the best the best arm in college football. So or like the most impressive like throwing of the foot. He's the most impressive thrower. I think that's what they say. Like talk about thrower, not necessarily best arm, but he's the most impressive thrower.
Another aspect to Mendoza that like it's hard to project on how good it could be, but he's a really smart quarterback. Like
incredibly smart,
bro.
Incredibly smart.
And he's like, I feel like, I don't know how about you, but I feel like he's gonna be dedicated. I mean, that's a lot of quarterbacks that come in the league, but I feel like this is, and it's like I said, this is the reason why I say it's hard to project because this is something that gets better over time.
Yeah.
Just like anything, any skill. But like you see the like Peyton Mannings and the Tom Brady's and the Drew Brees, like where they can just pick apart a defense.
Yeah.
Like Mendoza can go into that. Like that's where Mendoza's ceiling could increase a little bit just because of his
The thing about Mendoza, like the most impressive thing, and this is where we didn't talk about this, is like his recall is incredible.
Yeah.
Like just what he remembers from the game, what he retains, his like information gathering and his ability to remember each scenario, what was going on in this particular play, like why he made this decision, like, and that's part. He went to Berkeley, so the guy, he's a very intelligent guy. It's almost like LeBron type level. Like you hear LeBron, he could remember like exactly what happened on the play and exactly where somebody was and what he was thinking and what and why he made. Like Mendoza has that level of recall where it's like, oh my God, it's like you can't show him the same look twice and fool him because he's going to remember it for sure. So you got to get like more creative in order to confuse him or to cause any kind of disruption because his recall is like crazy.
And another thing I like too is he's not scared in the pocket.
Oh no.
Like there's a few times where I've seen him get hit. Like he knows he's about to get hit, he gets hit, and he delivers the ball accurately down the field. So that's another thing. That's a big plus, especially like in the NFL that you can project. Like you're gonna get hit, you know what I mean, from these guys. So
he's tough.
So there's a certain toughness to him as well too. So man, I'm leaning towards Mendoza, but another scenario that could possibly happen that Raider Nation doesn't want to hear is BPA. The Raiders trade down for whatever reason. They're like let's say if they got the number 2 pick, number 3 pick, one of the guys is not there that they like, or 2 of the quarterbacks get dropped. Because right now we don't know. Right now they have the number 2 pick. They got the number 2 pick, which they can possibly finish with number 1. And this conversation probably might not make any sense, but there is a possibility that their guy can go early, or they have the number 3 pick and both the guys that they wanted get drafted. If that's the case, then maybe a trade down, BPA, or is possible. And the reason why I bring this up is, did you see the Browns draft? Like, have you taken a look at it?
Oh yeah, I said that day.
it can go down. It can go down as one of the greatest draft class. Like, and it's hard to. I'm not going to call it the greatest draft class. It's early, but man, early returns look like they got more than a few starters. You got Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, who can possibly, arguably, be the starting quarterback next year. He's probably going to be competing with Deshaun Watson, who's coming back from his, I think, Achilles injury. And then you got Harold Fannin Jr., who's
dog.
Bro, he looks good. And then you got him. And then obviously their first-round pick and Mason Graham looks like a baller. Yeah. Both the running backs that they drafted, who, what did we say last year? All offseason, the Raiders need to double up on running back. And guess who? The team that doubles up on running back, guess what type of draft they had? They had one of the greatest drafts. Dylan Sampson and Judkins in the backfield, who both look like they're giving them production early on. Both look like they're going to be pretty good players. Man,
and then look, Schlesinger is possibly the defensive rookie of the year, bro. So he's going to be in that conversation. So
but the reason why I'm bringing up this draft is because they went BPA.
Yeah,
they traded down.
Yeah,
and they went best player available.
Yeah,
and when they traded down with the Jaguars, who end up taking Travis Hunter, they got Mason Graham.
Exactly.
And then it just was a domino effect. And then they got, obviously the Shedeur Sanders thing was like, man, like no one kind of seen him dropping. But at the end of the day, like the Raiders can go about and draft a quarterback. I'm not saying the Raiders shouldn't draft a quarterback, but if they go BPA, which they've done in the past, and they've had success with it. 2014 draft, they went BPA. Mark Davis reportedly wanted to draft a quarterback or Derek Carr early on at that number 4 spot.
Yeah.
Was it number 4 or number 5 when they drafted Khalil Mack?
Oh, I think it was 4. I think it was 4.
Yeah. Imagine that draft class if they drafted Derek Carr early on. Like
trash.
You see, so I'm saying is like they drafted Khalil Mack.
Not trash, because we still got some good players, but it was like
a
lot different.
It's not like Derek Carr was a bad player, but like completely different draft. And
but look, we also look at Derek Carr differently if he's a first-round pick, though. You're like, like a second-round pick. Oh man, he had a good career for a second-round pick. He was a first-round pick. You're like, oh, come on, get your ass buddy.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and address the super chat. Let's see here.
I wouldn't call Mendoza's personality fiery. The Raiders, I would not call his personality fiery at all.
My guy LS with the super chat. Appreciate the support, my guy. He says, are either of you concerned that Pete is going to go out there and try and win games? You're going to fire him anyway. Why let him go out there and cost you pick one? You can whisper in interviews. That makes me think, well, I think it's Pete Carroll. It's not just any other coach. So I don't think they want to fire him in the middle of the season. I think there's like a lot of respect for Pete, especially around the league. I think it's like, to your point, Severe, you talked about how we talked about how man, how bad a hire it was to hire Pete Carroll. But like now you're kind of like in a situation where you're going to fire another coach, but not just any coach, a guy that's respected around the league. So like you got to handle it very delicately. Like you can't just fire Pete in the middle of the season. Like it's just a bad all around kind of situation. Even though Pete he deserves to be, like, if it was any other coach, it probably would have been fired a little bit earlier. But I just think that they're probably going to wait until after the season and then maybe offer hey man, Pete, we'll just retire, and we'll just, we'll respect your wishes and we'll just move on. Like, I'm sure that conversation is going to happen behind the scenes, but yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard for me to imagine him coming back. If he comes back, it just feels like, I don't even think the Raiders, Raiders even go quarterback? I don't even think they go quarterback. Why would you go quarterback with Pete at head coach?
You have to.
High in the draft with Pete?
You have to. You have to. You got to. I mean, like if they're like, and this kind of goes back to the conversation we're having before about best player available or quarterback. You have to legitimately like be in love with one of these quarterbacks and view them as a franchise guy. Now, if they don't view either one of these guys as a franchise guy, then yeah, at that point you don't pull the trigger, right? And fans will be mad and they want a quarterback. And I've been one of the main people saying, look at the recent quarterbacks that have been in the playoffs, right? Just about all of them have been first round picks outside of Jalen Hurts, right? Everybody else, first round pick. So, and Dak. Well, Dak didn't make it last year, but I think he made it the year prior. So like outside of Jalen Hurts and Dak, all these other guys are first round picks. So you want to get your quarterback in the first round. But that being said, you have to really have that feeling that one of these quarterbacks is your guy. And if you don't feel that he's your guy, and if everybody's not aligned on that, then at that point you have some decisions to make. And one of those decisions involves trading back. And sometimes, like as you just talked about, the Browns, great job, right? Another team that kind of they did it, and then they came back. Obviously, it bit them in the butt, but it also was a, a the best thing for them was the Bears, right? They traded back. They're gonna roll with Justin Fields again. They bought into that Justin Fields real estate, the Justin Fields that got several coaches fired, but they bought into that hype, right? He closed the year strong. Oh, we're going to trade back. But what they were able to do in trading back is they added talent to the roster. So when they actually came back, and they sucked another year.
Yeah.
But when they actually came back that next year, they had more of a foundation laid for their starting quarterback to have more talent surrounding him, which was much more conducive to his success. So I think that might be a situation where they like the Raiders are kind of in line with that thinking. I can't think of the last time the Buccaneers drafted a quarterback high. Jameis. I think Jameis was the last time. Would have been the last one.
And I think that's part of the reason why Pete. I think somehow, some way, I feel like in his head he thinks that, like, all right, if I win some games here to finish the season, I make them reconsider, them not moving on from me. And that's to your point, like LS, like that's where your concern comes from. Like he's trying to win games because it's about job security for him. Because he's fired like two coordinators, which he's never done before in his career, and now like he's done it, and now like what's going to happen next? Like, are the Raiders going to bring this back? And we talked about this a few times about Tom Brady in his interview before the season. It's right before the game 1 of the season. Tom Brady has an interview where he sits down with, I think, a PFF. Trying to think of the guy who he was interviewed, but anyways, one of the things he said was, teams either get worse, or they get better at a certain point, and he specifically said, like, right around Thanksgiving, this team is not getting any better. It's gotten worse.
Oh.
When you're firing coaches, it's getting worse. You're firing assistants, it's getting worse.
Exactly.
And the thing is, the assistants he's firing too, they're just not any assistants. They're assistants where he could point to and say, I had nothing to do with these guys. Yeah. I didn't bring him in. They were, they were giving. You see what I'm saying? So like, he's trying to set it up where he can have like a whole spiel about like, hey, why he should come back. But hopefully the Raiders don't buy in, and they just like, you know what? This will be another year of firing a head coach, which should not be happening. But the Raiders kind of put themselves in the corner by hiring a 75-year-old coach.
Yeah.
He's really 74, but 75 sounds worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds worse. I mean, but he's pretty much there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should just get a younger coach, man, and then like rock with him for at least a couple years, 2-3 years, man, and then and go from there. But yeah, like these are the things that I was thinking about, man. I was thinking about the Mendoza and Dante Moore conversation. I'm like, all right, you know what? Like, we want more. What do we get from Moore? What do we get? And with Moore, like to add to the Moore side, because I know we've been talking about Mendoza, is his athleticism, right? So what do we get from his athleticism? The second reaction plays.
Yeah.
Like where he has like a really good feel where he can just buy some time and then going back to what I said earlier, different arm angles, he'll be able to like, buy some time and get the ball to the receiver that way too, and not just. But the thing is, a lot of his play, his good play is coming from the pocket though.
Yeah.
But I know you were like, well, I know the age thing, but it's also not the age too. How about the offense that he's coming out of too? You think that might have an influence on his development as well? Because look at Bo Nix is coming from that same offense.
Yeah.
Even with all the experience that Bo Nix had, he still came from that Oregon offense.
Yeah.
You think that's going to help, more his development going into the NFL? I mean, he's mostly in shotgun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a couple times a game where he goes under center, but it's like obvious running formation and then it's like a play action or whatever. But for the most part, he's mostly in shotgun. You see that being kind of like not an issue, but like kind of like a little developmental curve for him?
I not necessarily, just because I still see him making full field reads. I still see him, like going through his progressions, knowing when to kind of come off his first read, go to a second read, and also when, hey, you know what, it's not there, let me check it down. Like you see him making those type of decisions. So I think that's kind of what's more important in those situations where everything isn't so simplified for him, or it's like just half field reads, or it's just like, you know what, hey, first read and then check it down. You see him going through full progressions, right? Like 2-3 guys at least, and then check down, or 2-3 guys, like let me get outside the pocket, try to create something. Like you see that. So that's where it's like, that's where he kind of has an advantage there. So, and just in terms of talent, I think he's just a more talented player than Bo Nix too. But
yeah, Raider Allegiance, man. Shout out to my guy. He says it's more Oregon's offensive line. Yeah, Oregon's offensive line is pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Indiana has a good ass offensive line too, though. So like you can't say.
I think Oregon. Would you say Oregon got the best? Arguably the best. They're up there, like top.
Put it like this. Curtis Rourke, 7th round pick, was a Heisman finalist last year. So it's like, like who's coming from a better situation?
Yeah. Like overall, you're saying overall?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the weapons though, I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like he got made well, but running game. I think it's like tomato. I mean, they're both kind of.
Yeah. I mean, Indiana has a good ass run game. Yeah, he'll have a good ass run game. But Oregon has a good run game too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think that they're both pretty close. It's just if it really come down to it. I mean, I might change my thinking a little bit, but because there's guys. I mean, they're like man, Dante Moore should be the number 1 pick. Like there's guys who think that, but like I'm like, man, if Mendoza continues to ball out the rest, even if like they lose, he's put enough. He's put enough out there where you can argue like he could still be the number 1 pick. So.
Oh yeah, even if they lose, but I wouldn't hold that against Mendoza at all. Like you can't. Right. I'm not his body of work is well established. So I wouldn't hold even if he comes out this next week and loses. Like I don't think that should change how people feel about it. Unless he just goes out there and just like lays like an extreme egg, which I don't even consider that like even a possibility of happening. But like that would be the only scenario where I would say, hey, okay, maybe you kind of reevaluate what you think of him as a quarterback. But his body of work is well established. Like he should be a guy that's for sure a top 5 pick in this draft. Now, whether you have him above, Dante Moore, like I said, it's kind of a not necessarily even a preference thing. It's just whether or not you feel Dante Moore is going to reach the ceiling. So if you feel Dante Moore is going to reach the ceiling, which everything I've seen and heard about him since I've been watching him at King High School in Detroit, like everything I've seen about him, he's been the same guy. He's always been cool, calm, and collected. Plays well in the clutch, like doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He knows how to be a leader. He turns up when he needs to. Like everything I've seen out of him, he's just progressed steadily. He went to Oregon. They brought in Dylan Gabriel. He could have easily hit the transfer portal, went somewhere where he would have got those starts. But instead of doing that, he decided to stay, actually learn, behind an experienced guy like Dylan Gabriel, like those kind of decisions, that just shows the level of maturity that a lot of kids don't have, because like he's at that time he was only 19 years old.
He's super poised, like he's super calm, like no matter what like the situation is, like that's the one thing that I like about his game too. But he is compared to CJ Stroud, and I kind of can see it a little bit. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Because CJ Stroud, his story is still being written as a player. I know he kind of, that first rookie year, everybody was like, man, he's having a great rookie year. And then after that, it kind of fell off a little bit. And part of that might be something to do with the offensive line and like injuries at receiver.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why they probably doubled up at receiver this year in the draft to give him some weapons. But even this year, there were some issues, the offensive line, where I remember it was like a meme video of like 3 offensive line players blocking one player.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But I mean, like, what do you think of CJ Stroud so far? Since he's compared to him, like, what do you think of him as a quarterback?
I think CJ Stroud's a good quarterback. Like you said, I think a lot of his issues is, offensive line related. I don't think they did him any favors when they traded. What's my guy? He was with the Dolphins. I forget his name. With the Dolphins, they dropped because of the whole mask situation. Dang, I forget his name. But like CJ Stroud. No, the tackle Tunsil.
Tunsil. Oh yeah.
So they traded Tunsil. They traded a few guys. They traded a few of his offensive linemen.
That was random. Like, why did they do that?
Exactly. On the offensive line that was already struggling. So, like he came in as a rookie. He broke all these rookie. He still has several rookie records as a quarterback. He took a team that was picking number 2, and he took them to the playoffs, right? And then came back to next year. Next year, obviously, it was a little more defensive, more of a defensive effort, but he went to the playoffs again the next year, and the way he's been playing these last 2 games, there's a very good chance they can sneak into the playoffs again this year. So he took a team that was picking number 2 overall, and there's a chance, a strong possibility they can go to the playoffs 3 years in a row. So I think that's good. And I think that, this last game kind of showed the kind of player that CJ Stroud can be. He obviously displayed it early on. He struggled a little bit last year, struggled a little bit early on this year, but I think he's kind of figuring it out once again. And, once he puts it all together, he'll go right back to being like a top 5 to 7 quarterback in the NFL.
We'll see. I mean, I think another thing too, he has a defensive head coach too. It's not like he's playing with like an offensive minded coach or has like one of the best offensive coordinators in the NFL.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too that might be helping, that he doesn't have like some of these other guys. Like Patrick Mahomes, as talented as he is, he had Andy Reid for his whole career. And then like Jared Goff, which is a guy that Mendoza's compared to. Jared Goff is he had Sean McVay to start his career, and then he goes to Detroit. After a season, he gets Ben Johnson. The rest is history. You know what I mean? Like he kind of rejuvenates his career. So a lot of some of these success of some of these quarterbacks, people kind of like forget. Like even Drake May. Drake May's having a huge season, and I don't want people to forget this, because we've never said that Josh McDaniels was a bad coordinator. He was a bad head coach. But as an offensive coordinator, he's had a lot of success, especially with Tom Brady, but he's had success with even the Matt Castles and the Mac Jones.
Yeah.
So, you put him back at offensive coordinator where he thrives. You give him a talented quarterback in Drake May. Look what happened. The rest is history. Like Drake May is an MVP candidate. Crazy in his second year in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks that I don't know if you want to put Zach Taylor up there. I don't know. But
he's offensive. He's an offensive guy.
He's an offensive guy, but I guess that would kind of feed into the point. Like, look, he has an offensive minded coach.
Yeah.
And they bought out or whatever. But we got another super chat. Let me go ahead and address this real quick. Hey, bro, I need y'all to do us Dallas fans a favor and put belt to ass versus Philly. Hurts is awful. Kenny Pickett has a chance to get his leg back. Man, I'm sorry, bro. I can't co-sign this, man. We on a different mission right now.
Facts.
We on a different mission, man. We on a different mission. We cannot afford to beat the Eagles, man. We can't afford that, man. We need to lose like there's no tomorrow, man. Like we need to lose right. If we're gonna lose right.
Exactly.
Lose right.
Y'all had a chance to handle the Lions. Y'all didn't handle your business. Why y'all ask for our help now? Y'all should.
No, thanks, man. Well, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We're going live on both our channels. So obviously, if you haven't subscribed to both, definitely go ahead and do so. And obviously, clock in, as we like to say, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hype the video, all that good stuff, man. That's a new thing out here on YouTube. So definitely hype the video if you guys see the opportunity to do so. And then, hey, if you're watching the replay, definitely hit the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. But yeah, man, that was just my thoughts on like college. That was probably one of the best games of this the weekend was the Ohio State game. Yeah, like that was like, man, that was a great game. Now back to the Raiders, obviously, a shout out to Dallas fan over here kind of bringing this back here. Man, Kenny Pickett, bro, like and I kind of seen it coming too, because at the end of the game where I seen him kind of move the ball and it looked better, I'm like, man, don't tell me Kenny Pickett is going to be the reason why the Raiders, lose valuable draft. Because if they win a game, they literally go from like top 2, top 3 to like top 7, and that's like, that sounds like a Caleb Downs pick.
Yeah,
and as much as a greater player as Caleb Downs is, I'm not knocking Caleb Downs. Some people even consider him the best player in the draft. That's how good he is.
Yeah,
but it's another position where, it's not like a premium position. It's not like
exactly.
This will be the third straight year we're going after a position that really technically is not a corner, wide receiver, tackle, quarterback, wide receiver. So you could probably make an argument they might go wide receiver.
That could happen.
If they're at number 7, they're at number 7.
Last year. If they did it last year, we'd be in a lot better position, wouldn't we? I'm just saying.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm saying
you draft a rookie QB. He got a young receiver waiting for him. I mean, it's true. He says, just beat Philly and I'll root for y'all tanking, man. Now, it ain't
that's the opposite of rooting for us tanking.
It ain't about rooting, man. We need results, and our results means we need to get the number 1 pick.
That's the opposite. Yeah, just mess up your draft position and I'll root for y'all to try to get back in. Like, nah, bro, not happening.
Bro, look, that tells you how bad football has been this year. I was telling Severe earlier, man, like it's been a lot of parity in the NFL this year, but it's a lot of bad football. Like a lot of bad football. Because if you look at like from 1 to like, was it 1 to maybe 7 or 8 picks one position, it's pretty close.
Right.
Like if a team lose, like if the Raiders win, like they really drop, especially because it's that strength of schedule. That's a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up real quick. Tankathon. Let's pull up Tankathon real quick. NFL draft order right here. Yeah. Damn, man. Like, yeah, New Orleans. Look. All right, we gotta put this on the screen because this really puts it into like perspective. Here, let's see if I can share the screen. Y'all can see what I'm seeing. I guess I'm gonna stop. I guess we'll set this up. Appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. How many positions do we drop if we win one game?
I'm about to let you know right now.
You're gonna see.
Peace out, Cowboys.
Because all we got to do is look at and this is all like, an estimation, but like all we have to do is we've noticed when the Raiders have been tied with some of these teams, the reason why the Raiders weren't like a higher pick than them, even though they were tied, was because of strength of schedule. So if the Raiders have a higher strength of schedule, you can probably put them ahead.
Yeah.
Young
DB, we can't even win that game, bro. We can't win a game. Like, we can't even win that game.
So do you guys see it on the screen?
Yep.
How do I get rid of this stuff here? All right, cool. So look, so you got the Giants. Can y'all see the order? Let me see. All right, perfect. All right, cool. Just want to double check. So look, you got, all right. Obviously, the Giants, Raiders, Tennessee got the same record, 2-11. But let's say if the Raiders they win a game this week, they'll be 3-11. Look at their strength of schedules, 550.
So we'll drop behind the Jets, so we'll be at 8.
And all these teams lose.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Assuming all those teams lose and we win.
Yeah, we'll be where Arizona's at, number 8.
Yep.
Oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's ugly. Or 7 or 8, right here. This range.
Yeah. Yep.
Like around 7 or 8, right here. Man, that's ugly. That's ugly. And that look all these teams, 3-10, 3-10, 3-10, 3-10. So the Raiders, if they this is the messed up part. How bad their season is, how bad a football team they are. They win one game, they go from number 2 to number 7, where the Jets are at. Yeah. That's wild, man. That sucks, man. And the Rams, this ain't fair, man. Rams got the number 10 pick, and Atlanta do better. This is terrible. Cincinnati's 4-9. Even like Cincinnati, like that might be a stretch, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough. That's why play Geno. That's what I'm saying. We had a better shot, but I feel like they might be low key. I know Geno is Geno's hurt, but it's also an excuse to also see what Pickett does too.
Yeah,
I know, man.
I think you guys are wildly overrating how good Kenny Pickett is. I think you guys are wildly overrating how good he is.
I hope, man. I hope the Eagles come out with a vengeance. But like the way the Eagles has been playing, it's crazy going into like if this was beginning of season, I'm like, oh man, this is we circled this as a blowout. Like the Eagles are going to win this game easy. But the Eagles are not like a guaranteed. I don't want to say like it's not an automatic W, but I mean from a talent perspective, they're way better. But like they haven't been winning games this season, like or they haven't been as good as they were in years past.
Yeah,
bro. Eagles, they're messing up, bro. Eagles, are they even going to make the playoffs?
Ooh, I have to look at the standings. I really haven't been paying attention to
because the division. Okay, NFC East, Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders.
Yeah.
What else am I forgetting? Giants. So it's and the Cowboys is kind of like on an upward trend. Nobody guarding AJ, I know.
Yeah, I think they're they're still first, but they're the first or second. Their division is kind of dookie because the Giants are the top 5. They were number 1. The Commanders were like top 5 too. So like those two teams you're not even worried about, and then it's just what the Cowboys were.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, and that's like from a year ago. It was pretty competitive. Yeah. Remember when Jamarcus Russell Raiders beat the Eagles on that pigeon game?
Is that the game when the pigeon was with us on the kickoff? That was hilarious. That was crazy. That was a sign. That was an omen. Let's see what we got going over here. We got Eagles 8 to the Eagles are 8-5. Oh yeah, bro, it's not even close. Not even close. They're not even close. That's crazy. They were like the Eagles are 8-5. And we're like, man, the Eagles are kind of struggling. Like, I wish I wish.
Man. Man, see that those are the dark ages. 09, where we still didn't know that Jamarcus was a bust. We still were holding out hope that, Jamarcus is gonna turn it around. You know what I mean? Years later, we hear that a coach gives him a empty DVD and tells him to study it, comes back and says, "Oh man, that was some great film."
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what happened.
I like all of them. What players do you like from there? He's like all of them. I like all of them, man. Whatever you want to run, coach.
That's sad, bro. That's sad, man. But we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Yeah, we're gonna get into NFL picks in a second. We're gonna get to go through the picks. Trying to think of any last thoughts as far as, obviously pick is gonna get to start this week against the Eagles. I'm trying to remember. It's funny. People talking about Robert Saleh now. I know you sent me something today, but about that. But yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They're gonna try to. They're like, even if they don't have any options, they're gonna try to hire. They're gonna hire somebody instead of Pete Carroll, but we'll see. My guy Mike G in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through. He says I wore a glove today. Yeah, man. No, thanks. Kenny Pickett, man, Mr. Glove himself, bro. What was the name of your thumbnail, Severe?
No glove, no love.
Oh man, that's sad because Kenny Pickett has really small hands at the end of the day.
I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you.
Hold on, what?
I'm telling you. I think people. I don't think Kenny Pickett is. Kenny Pickett is going. I don't think Kenny Pickett. I think people would just. We saw a little glimmer of hope at the end of that game versus, goddamn, who versus the Broncos, and I think people are a little, they're getting excited about the possibility of Kenny Pickett playing well. I do not see that happening. I do not see that happening at all. I see him coming out and immediately struggling. Especially, I'm hearing it's supposed to be might snow. I'm hearing it might snow, but if not, it's going to be like freezing temperatures. It's already difficult trying to throw a cold football. Kenny Pickett has to have a glove just to throw a cold football. So imagine it's going to be even more difficult. He gonna need a glove for his glove at this point. You feel me? So I just don't see it happening, man. I think Saquon Barkley probably has a get right game. We see what Scholar was able to do for us. CJ, what's my guy's name? For the Broncos, CJ. Dang, my mind's going.
And
Broncos running back.
You talking about CJ?
The Broncos running
back.
No, they're running back now. What's his name?
McCullen.
No, the one that got in the second round. RJ Hunter, not CJ. I'm tripping.
RJ Harvey. Is what you're talking about.
RJ Harvey. Yeah, Harvey. Yeah, there you go.
RJ Harvey.
So,
yeah,
he had a solid game.
You said
like,
CJ.
All three of backs. Yeah, CJ. Yeah, CJ. I'm tripping because all of you was talking about Stroud. That's why CJ's in my.
I was like, oh damn! Are you talking about CJ Anderson from back in the day?
No, Chris. Oh yeah, Chris Anderson. Yeah. But yeah, like all three of the running backs had a solid game against us. Like for the most part, like they were all pretty productive. So with their opportunities. So what do you think? Saquon Barkley going to do against us? And then we don't really have the front to stop him. I mean, Thomas Booker.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's the only reason why I'm like, it's because my Raider PTSD, man. It is what it is. Like, I'm like, I really want the Raiders to get like a top, no less than a top 3 pick, Because look, I'm thinking about all this. Because let's think about it this way: if they get a top 2 pick, they either take a quarterback or they trade down. Great situation because someone might trade up for one of the quarterbacks so they can get a haul back in the trade back, or they take one of the quarterbacks. Still a good scenario. If they get a number 3 pick, let's say the 2 quarterbacks go ahead of the Raiders, right? Number 3 pick. That means they get the best player in the draft, arguably. One of the best pass rushers in the draft. You know what I mean? At number 3. So I feel like best case scenario is the Raiders get a top 3 pick. Anything outside of that is like, it's kind of tough. Maybe 4 is not as bad, but like I just want them to stay in that top 3 range. And in order for that to happen, they gotta lose correctly. They gotta lose these games. They gotta get blown out. I hope they get blown out too. Like I said, I hope they get blown out. Not because I want the Raiders to get blown out. It's because I want Pete Carroll to get fired. Like I want him to get fired right on the spot. Like, yeah, Pete, I'm sorry. I know we told you that you could respectfully retire, but this is pretty bad, man. This is pretty bad. Even top 3 is kind of risky. No, for sure. For sure. I'm just saying I don't want the Raiders to drop out of the top 3. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I can be fine with all 3 of those scenarios. Is 3, 2, and 1. Because no matter what, they're gonna go with a player that is talented, or they could trade down from. I think that number 2 spot. I feel like that's when they trade. Because number 1, I think they're taking quarterback. Like no matter what. Number 2, they still might do quarterback. I don't want them to get a number 2 pick because I don't want them to trade up to number 1. That's just ugly to me. Like man. Like, and what would that take? What would that look like? Trading from number 2 to. Like, I don't want them to give up a future second-round pick. The Raiders are no business giving up like any type of assets.
But we wouldn't be able to do it though. I don't think, because you think because if the Giants are still number 1, assuming the Giants are still number 1, if another team wanted that Giants pick, they're going to trade like a nice little haul for it, you know, and they're going to obviously the Giants will still be at 2. So if they still see, but like they already know the top 2 guys are going to most likely be quarterbacks. So like they don't really want to be at 2 unless they're trying to double dip on trade downs and trade down to 2 and then trade down again. But other than that, they would take it like the Jets. If the Jets wanted to move up, they'll take the package from the Jets first. They have I think they have 6 first-round picks over the next 3 years or something like that. Like they're going to take that haul before anything we can give them.
JD says if we get Kubiak and Milroe, it won't be too bad if we get a win. Pete knows he's getting fired and going to try to get a win despite us. Kubiak would only come to the Raiders if he could obviously get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Why would Milroe come to the Raiders after he was drafted by Seattle in like the 4th, 5th round? So I think they're committed to him to be that young quarterback that develop behind Sam Darnold. I don't see how they would trade him unless they get like a higher round pick. Like that would be like a 3rd. I'm like, nah, the Raiders should keep their picks. Like it's cool. That ship is sailed. Unless like they trade him for like a 6th, 7th round pick. But even then it's still kind of like, it's like might as well just draft quarterback. Like just go ahead and just draft the guy that's coming out this year. Yeah. Man, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and notification bell. Let's get to the NFL picks this week, man. Yes, NFL picks. Man, you know, I just don't have a lot of time, man, as far as trying to get back into this. Like I had a solid week as far as, you know, getting some ground, but it's just not enough, man. I gotta like it would be crazy if Minute like loses this.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
An epic collapse. That'd be like the collapse of his Indianapolis Colts.
Man, let me go ahead and share this real quick. Let's see. Let's go. Here we go. All right, man. All right. Here we go. Oh yeah, before we even get into to this week's games. Hold on, can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, why does it look like that? Ooh, I can't see none of that. All right. That's wild. All right. All right, so this is an update from last week. Severe, you went 6-7. I went 8-5. Mint went 7-6. 7-6. So I gained a game, but the bigger picture here is that you're 114-76. I'm 119-71, and in Mint right now he's in control right now, 128-62. I did gain a game, but man, he's gonna have to have an epic collapse within the next like 4 weeks, last 4 weeks of the season, man. So
he playing it safe. He playing it all. Only 4 weeks left too, man. So you got to pick up.
It's crazy though, man. Like the games, like this weekend, I was like, man, a lot of my upsets, like I came through.
Yeah.
But obviously lost some other games too. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Now back to the schedule at hand. Let's get back to it. We got Cleveland, Chicago, Severe. Who we got?
Swinging for the fences, baby. I'm going Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I gotta go down swinging, man. Look, I don't care about being a close second. If I'm gonna, I gotta swing, man. I gotta take some swings. I gotta throw Hail Marys, man. If they get intercepted, they get intercepted.
I feel you. Hey, shout out to Shador, man. Shador balled out last game, man.
Balled out, man.
5th round pick, throwing for 360-some yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Total touchdowns. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I know some people wanted Stefanski. I know we thought like Stefanski is an OC, but nah, I'm good. I'm good now. I am good on Stefanski, man.
I know. It's crazy, man. Like the drama that's going on, man. That's kind of like putting a bad. And the thing is too, like they don't want to get rid of him. Like the owner, I don't know if they get rid of him, but we'll see.
Stefanski.
Yeah. Like the Cleveland fans is getting tired of him, but I don't know if ownership, because ownership was like making excuses for him early in the season or during the season. I was just like, damn, they're probably gonna keep him. But we'll see. We'll see. So you got Cleveland. Yeah, I'm not. I'm big and shit. I'm not big with the Bears, but I'm gonna pick them this week. The Bears, one of those teams that they'll lose in the first round. Easy. I can see them losing the first round.
Yeah.
I know they're 9-4. Shout out to my guy Minute Beats. Let's see who
you playing it safe. We just winning big there. No, I think Pharaoh not playing it safe. I think you this down the stretch. I think you playing it a little bit safe.
Oh, me?
No. I'm talking about Mint. I don't think you're playing it safe. I think Mint playing it a little bit.
Oh
safe.
Yeah, like last week, I think I had like probably after you I had like the most.
Yeah. Most upsets.
Yeah, most upsets. My upsets came through.
Yeah.
Came through. Baltimore, Cincinnati. Who won last game? Cincinnati, huh?
Probably. Baltimore's been struggling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens. Go Ravens.
I'm gonna go in light of the Joe Burrow comments that I have yet to hear. I'm gonna go Ravens as well.
Yeah, they're just like one of them sneaky good teams just because of Burrow coming back.
Lamar Jackson's been turning the ball over like crazy.
Okay. I mean,
Bengals defense is trash, though. So.
Man, oh boy, Burrow turned the ball over like crazy last game.
Yeah, it's true.
That was actually a pretty great game. Like literally the Bengals were up, I believe, and then Bills came back.
Yeah.
It's crazy comeback. And my guy Mint is going with the Bengals. Okay, going with the upset. This last week was his upset. Let's see what happens next. All right, man. So let's see what the chat's talking about. Man. Shout out to everybody pulling up. DJ says he says since he's gonna cook them again, Harbaugh has lost it. Hey, if Harbaugh is available,
yo, time out. What? Bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about here? In what drama? What drama is he in Cleveland? What drama has he What drama has he brought himself? Not outside forces, projecting onto him what they want to project onto him. What drama can you specifically point to a situation where it's like, dang, Shador did this, and this drama is his fault? Point to a scenario where that has happened. Point to a scenario where that has happened. You can't. You cannot.
You're saying Shador, you're bringing drama?
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Not kill that. Kill that. Kill that. That's like me saying Mendoza's bringing drama to Indiana because he's crying. He's fake crying on TV. Like, that's knock it off, man. Knock it
off. We got Arizona Texans. I got Texans on this one. Just keep it simple. What you got?
I'm going Texans, man. The defensive line is just too crazy. Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley, probably quite possibly the best corner tandem in the league, man. D'Amico Ryans is D'Amico Ryans in terms of that defense, and CJ Stroud's been playing well as of late, man. So they're kind of getting things in order in the right time, and they're 8-5. My God, people be like playing these narratives on these teams like they just dead in the water. They're 8-5, bro. Like,
they start off slow though. They start off slow, and then they kind of like bounce back. They've been on like they've been winning games. I don't know what they're. Are they on? Damn, what's their winning streak?
I think they're two-game win streak at least.
Oh, okay, just 2
possibly
games.
More.
But it got to be like something like they won like the last 6 out of the 8 games type deal.
Possibly,
because I think they start off the season slow. But yeah, man. Houston all across the board. Mentioned also with the Texans. We got Jets and Jacksonville. Who you got?
Jacksonville. Jets just. I ain't that crazy.
Your boy Jacoby, man, he's serving. He's a missing piece. But Brian Thomas was playing last game. I don't know because I know you said like he was hurt or whatever, or he was missing.
He was hurt the week before that.
Okay.
But if he was playing that game, Jacoby still let them in receptions that week. That would be even more impressive. If anything, he was 6 receptions for 90 yards that previous game. I don't know what he did last week.
Okay. So it's looking like Jags across the board on this one too. See what the chat is talking about, man. Night crew in the building, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Sacktown says you got Jaguars. Okay. I ain't mad at that. Jacoby Myers and the Jaguars now.
Jacoby Myers and the Jags.
That's funny. Y'all was picking the Texans too? Okay. The mime interview was funny. Yeah, that was kind of immature. I ain't gonna front. Immature.
What mime? I don't even remember that.
Where he was like basically he was getting interviewed, but he wasn't talking, and he was just like acting like he was moving his lips, but he wasn't saying anything.
Oh.
That was immature.
I mean, is that any worse than I'm just here so I won't get fined?
Yeah, I think that I'm just here. That was like a trend setting.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's not the question I asked though. The question is that more immature than that?
I don't know. I don't even know what to call that. Like, I'm just here. So I guess you could say it's immature.
People would characterize that as immature because he didn't want to talk to the media, so he went up there and for 2 minutes straight put on a time. He set it down a timer. It started a timer, and every question was, "I'm just here, so I won't get fined," until he met his media obligation. And this was during the Super Bowl, so it's like this is the biggest media time of all for the NFL. So I'm saying, like, when you get to a point where you feel people are twisting your words around, then you stop responding. I mean, he went up there, he fulfilled his obligation to the media, just like Marshawn.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that, but I feel like that wasn't good.
Because you like Marshawn.
No. I'm just saying the mime thing wasn't smooth at all.
I'm not saying it was smooth. I like smooth is that. That's not the question. It's just that he went up there. He had a media obligation to fulfill. He fulfilled it.
So
Marshawn
so
spent the entire time
so
saying, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." He just
so
mimed his answer.
if he would have did that, like, you think it would have been the same thing as
Yeah, bro. No matter what he does, no matter what he does, people are going to. He's a polarizing figure. So no matter what he does, people are going to have a reaction to it.
I agree with you with the polarizing figure deal. Like, it's like everything he's done, especially because he's just he just got drafted in the 5th round. Like, and they're still trying to talk to him, and he's not even like in the game. He's not even playing, and they're still trying to find a way to like get some type of quote out of him or whatever. But the mime thing, come on, bro. You co-signing that? Like, you feel like that was like a good way?
I said that's no more immature than Marshawn Lynch going up there saying, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." So whatever lens you view each of those through, I think that says more about the person that's viewing it than it does about the person that's performing it.
No, bro. Like, it's not the same.
How is it different?
It's
How is it different?
It's like it's the same as, like, you could argue that they're both immature in certain ways, but like, it's just not the same. It's not the same.
I'm not saying it. See, that's not the question. The question is it any more immature? Not the same. Not is it more iconic? Not is it more memorable? Is it more smooth? Is it any or more or less mature? That is the question.
I don't know, man. I guess if you wanna say that they're both immature, I guess you could say they're both immature, but it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's a good look for a quarterback. I guess maybe because Marshawn Lynch has looked at a different lens because he's a running back and no one like cares what like a running back says, but a quarterback is like, I guess it's different. And then maybe it is because it's Shedeur Sanders and there's an extra, for whatever reason, people are always overanalyzing him and stuff like that. But I think it's different in that, I guess it's like, if Russell Wilson would have did it, it would have just been like, what? Like, why is Russell Wilson doing that? You know what I mean? Because he's the quarterback, he's the leader of the team type deal. Like, that's the way I'm looking at it. But if you want to break it down to like, oh, are they both immature? Yeah, technically, yeah.
Man, Marshawn was a vet at the time, so we're talking about a guy that's a 5th round rookie compared to NFL veteran in the Super Bowl, Pro Bowler, All Pro player. Like, it's not the same. So it's like I said, like, we can't, like, we having these different standards, and which is okay, right? It's okay to grade people differently, but you can't hold a rookie to more
a quarterback,
a 5th round rookie compared to an NFL veteran who's a Pro Bowler, a leader on the team. This guy was a 4th stringer to start the year, 3rd stringer, through most of the season. So like, it's not, you can't hold those guys. You can't grade those guys the same, right? I don't give a damn what position he played. Like, we wouldn't be looking at Cam Miller like, oh my God, Cam Miller's so immature. Look at this guy. Like, bro, he's a 6th round rookie. Like, nobody should expect that, but they expect that out of Shedeur because Shedeur was a star player, and a lot of people have an attachment to Shedeur because of how they felt he was done and because of the player they thought he was and the treatment he received. So other people project negativity onto that, not necessarily because of Shedeur, but because of what Shedeur represents and who supports Shedeur, and that's the difference.
Yeah, I guess, man. I guess. I mean, I do agree that Shedeur has gotten like the unfair, whatever you want to call it, like.
Nah, LS, we got to treat these dudes fairly. Like, you can't, like, the reason he did that is because anything he said, it was being overanalyzed. So I think he had made a comment and they took his words and they misconstrued him. So he's like, okay, now you're doing that, then I'm just gonna get up here and I'm just gonna mime it. You see the questions he's being asked. He's being asked like questions about like his head coach. Like, what do you think about this play call? Or do you think your coach like stuff like that? Like, this is being done intentionally. Now, whether the media is out to get him, no, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. But everybody's looking for a soundbite. They're looking for a story. Shedeur Sanders, like it or not, he's a big star. but he's also a rookie, right? So it's like, how do you want to hold a rookie to the same level of maturity as an NFL player who's been in the league several seasons, a Pro Bowl player? I think Marshawn was a captain, if I recall. I might be wrong about that, but like those are two different standards. There's two different standards.
All right. Okay. Well, I hear what you're saying, but then are we going to also talk about accountability too? Like, I mean, because I know you always talk about that with, like, let's say, Genty, right? And you always say that, like, all right, Genty, you know, a lot of people when they talk about the run game and the offensive line, and they talk about how it's so bad, and you know, like Genty needs a better line, but then like you kind of get like, I don't say irritated, but you don't like that like Genty's excluded from accountability because he hasn't been playing perfect, right?
Yeah,
he's a rookie, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm not talking about play on the field. If you want to judge his play on the field, fine. Have I ever criticized Genty off the field?
Yes, you have.
Oh,
behind the scenes.
That's different. That's different. Look, that's different. But but like I don't hold like Genty, like he's hella dull in these interviews, hella like it's hella lame, like But I don't like. I'm not worried because he's not just his personality. He's a guy that's he's not a really a charismatic or gregarious person. He's like a more, hey, I'll say this. Sometimes he'll crack a little joke, but like that's just what he is. Like I'm not sweating him. Like it is what it is. When I think he made a comment about something like he made a comment in the past like that could have been misconstrued and people could have took it the wrong way. I was like, what? It's frustrations, like, and that's just it is what it is. But
I think that's why he did it though. That's the reason why I did it. I get why he did it because I felt like he was like anything I say is going to be turned into like something that it's not. I think that was like the whole point of him doing that. But could he handle it better? I think he probably could. I think he will. But it's just
I'm not saying it's not immature. Like that's what I've said. I'm not saying it's not immature. People are ascribing that to me. I never said it wasn't immature, but I'm saying that is the same level of immaturity shown by Marshawn Lynch. But people fixate on this and they didn't fixate on that. Yeah, that's my only point.
It's definitely different. It's definitely different for whatever reason. I mean, it's different because I guess Marshawn, I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know. You don't know why it's different. It just feels different.
Because Marshawn is like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's people. Maybe I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's hate with Shedeur. Like people, some people just.
It is.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit hate. Because with Marshawn, it was like looked at it as like oh my god, Marshawn just
it was looked at Marshawn being Marshawn. And that's what this is Marshawn being Marshawn.
And he's not the quarterback too.
No, it's not even that. It's just most people like Marshawn Lynch. Like whether you are a rival player of him or not, most people, he wasn't like a polarizing guy. Most people liked Marshawn. It's split down the middle 50-50 on Shedeur. So there are some people that no matter what Shedeur does, oh my gosh, Shedeur, let's see this guy. Like I saw a graphic, they're like, yes, the quarterbacks that have thrown for 300 yards and Shedeur and Tom Brady. I'm like, oh, come on, bro, hold your horses. Hold your horses on that, right? But there are some people like, oh, Shedeur had a good game against the worst defense in the league. What do you expect, right? Like it's like you can't have it both ways right there, right? It's like, he had a good game. Like, let's see what he does next week. See what he does next week. But hey, but give him props on his good game. But there are some people that no matter what he does, they ascribe a negative, connotation to it, which is ridiculous. Could he have handled it better? Yeah. Could Marshawn Lynch have handled his situation better? Yeah. But we're holding a fifth round rookie to a different standard than an all-pro player. It makes no sense. Bro, he's a rookie, bro. He's making a fraction of what Marshawn made back then. He's making a fraction now in $2025 of what Marshawn made back then. So don't even compare that.
Ricky says our record is immature 2-11. Yeah, I agree with that too.
Right.
Appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We got Chargers and the Chiefs. AFC West, I guess you want to call it a showdown. I mean, at this point, Chiefs need a prayer to even make. I hope that it comes down to the last second for the Chiefs to make the playoffs because I don't want them to sit down all their starters last week of the season when they play the Raiders. It's a little extra side note, but I'm gonna go. Damn, I've been picking the Chiefs too. This is gonna be in at Arrowhead, so I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Oh damn. So I'm pretty sure I meant win Chargers. God damn it.
Did I go with the upset here?
Do I want to?
Oh, Mint actually went with the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm going with the Chargers then. That makes it easy for me.
Yeah, he went with the Chiefs. All right. And we got Buffalo, New England, AFC East showdown. Let's see here. Let's see who Minted got this week. Boom, 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 boom. He went Bills. Okay. I'm gonna go Bills too. You went Chargers on the last game, right?
Yeah, I went Chargers, yeah. And I'm gonna go New England this game. Travion puts a exclamation point on this on his rookie of the year. No, not his rookie. I don't even know who offensive rookie of the year is right now. Probably Teddy Rose. Crazy. Teddy Rose probably number one. Followed probably by Quinshon and Travion. And Dart. I guess Dart. If he's healthy. If Dart is healthy, it'd be Dart.
Oh yeah, it'd be Dart. Dart would be a popular one too.
It'll be him if he's healthy, but if he finishes the year healthy, that remains to be seen.
Right. Oh, yeah. All right. So me and Mick got Bills. You got the Patriots. Next game up, we got an NFC East showdown. For draft position here, the Commanders versus the Giants. Who you got, Severe?
Oh man, I'm gonna go Giants. I'm gonna go Giants.
Yeah, that makes sense.
More rooting interest than anything. I want to root for the Giants. Jaden is obviously my cousin, but I gotta go.
Jaden, I think, is out. He's out this week, so it's gonna be Mariota. I'm gonna go. Oh man, damn man, Commanders really fell off. Ooh.
Yeah, injuries, man. Injuries have been hit them hard. Scary Terry, Jaden. Like I think Bill missed some games too.
But they weren't really a great team to begin with. Like they were one of them Cinderella stories. Like, oh man, Jaden.
Yeah.
But in reality, like there's a reason why they picked number 2 overall. Like they need some time to develop the roster and like build some depth.
Yeah.
So for all the people that be like, oh man, like Raiders can figure out a win, like it's still gonna take time to build out the roster. Like some of these teams need talent, just like the Raiders do. I'm gonna go surprise pick Commanders.
I don't hate that.
I think the Giants are trying to see if they can finesse their way to a top 2 pick. Right now, I got the number 1 pick.
Mike Kafka's playing for his job though. He coaching for his job.
True, and they're coming off a bye week too. That's remembered right now, but too late. Mitt went ahead and he picked the Giants too. It's my upset. Hey, got the upset.
That's smooth. I ain't mad at that.
2 bad teams, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. This is the game that we've been waiting for. Raiders, Eagles. I'm going Eagles, man. I'm going Eagles. Let's see. I'm going to say 28-17 Eagles. Who you got, sir?
I'm gonna go Eagles. By flawless fatality. Yeah, man. The Raiders. What do they do? They first 10 plays probably be good,
Man,
scripted.
that's funny.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 24-7 Eagles.
24-7. Minted basically gets the same score. He has 31-17. Or is it 30-17? Is it 30-17? Yeah. They said 30-17. Eagles. Let's see what the chat's talking about, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Oh man. My guy Omega is coming through and saying that the Raiders is gonna come through and just 33-6. Sacktown says 24-10. Right? Eagles. Okay.
Yeah, I almost went with that score. I changed mine to 7 because Sacktown had 10. Because I would think the Raiders are going to score a touchdown early and then get a late field goal.
Salute, my guy SoCal in the building.
SoCal.
Appreciate you coming through.
SoCal with the merch.
Alf merch coming through with the merch. Definitely check out SoCal Sal 24 on IG, man, for the merch. Can we forfeit?
That's not the compete mantra.
Yeah, that's he ain't competing at that point.
Yeah.
If the Raiders do that, they'll have lost me forever. I know, right? That'd be ugly.
33-6. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be ugly.
Shedrick Jackson.
And this would make Severe cry if Genty had like 200-something yards.
I won't be mad. If Genty had 200-something yards and we lost, I'd be good with that. Hey,
Genty, hell nah. I don't want us to win at all. What are you doing? Oh my!
That's what I'm saying. If Genty had 200-something yards and we lost, I'm good with that. Hey, that's good. I'm good with that. But if we win, oh yeah, I'm gonna be pissed.
Bro, but I really, you know what I really want? I really want an offensive coach for the quarterback, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. That's like the number one option. I mean, hopefully, if we can't get an offensive coach, then obviously a defensive coach that got a connection to one of the guys from the Shanahan and McVay coaching tree. That'd be a nice consolation prize. Green Bay, Denver. Let's see. Oh, I got Green Bay. Packers. Denver got to be the worst 11-2 team I've ever seen.
Worst.
The worst 11-2 team.
Worst.
Like this is what I'm talking about. A lot of parity this year, but a lot of bad teams. And Denver is not an 11-2 team. Not even close. They're just getting by. They're figuring out ways to win games this year, and they're getting, they're getting it done. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just a lot of bad teams, a lot of bad football this year. Let me see, Minton, who do you get? Let me see if you go Broncos. You go Broncos. No, you went Packers.
Damn.
You went Packers.
Damn. I guess I go Bo Nix and the Broncos, man.
Oh man. Not the Donkeys. Come on, man. What happened?
I gotta grab the upsets when I can, man.
I got you.
Gotta grab them, man.
We got the Lions and Rams. I'm going Rams. Rams. Oh, this is a battle of familiar faces. You got Jared Goff, his old team. You got Stafford, his old team.
Yeah.
Stafford is gonna let him know who the big dog is, man. I got the Rams. Who you got, Spear?
I'm gonna go with the Lions because I think Matt's gonna go with the Rams. Even though Lions it's tough because they lost Brian Branch. I think for the year, he's one of their better players. Period. Not even just on defense, just period. So it's gonna be a huge loss, especially against the Rams and Puka and Devontae been going off. But I'm gonna go with Lions, man, just for that upset.
Okay, we got Carolina, New Orleans. Let me see what Minted got. He got the Panthers. Oh, he went with the Rams, by the way.
I figured. I mean, that was.
It'd be easy to say. I'm gonna go Saints. You're surprised. Surprise pick.
That's still Pharaoh, man. You dirty dog. I'm gonna go with
upsets. I gotta pick some upsets.
I'm gonna go with Teteroa and the Teteroa McMillan and the Carolina Panthers. Highly productive Teteroa McMillan and the Carolina Panthers.
I'm taking the Saints, man. Tyler Shuck is gonna get his other win, and then this will be another threat off the list of the Raiders, man, from that draft, man. Yeah. That draft positioning, man, because there's too many 3-10 teams, man. All right, we got the Colts. Oh yeah, wait, did I say Mint got Panthers? Yeah, Panthers. Okay, so I got another episode. All right, so we got Colts in Seattle. Man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Yeah,
this is come on, man. This is hilarious that they got a 44-year-old quarterback. They got Pete back there. They got Pete back there.
Man, exactly. That's stupid.
Let's see, man. Who Mitzi got here?
He's a grandfather, literally. He is a grandfather.
Nah, that's great. Yeah, Seahawks. I think you going Seahawks, Severe? You going with?
Man, this one is too egregious. I can't.
Because this could be one of them like surprise. Like, oh my God, unbelievable! Oh, this quarterback. You know what I mean? It could. I've seen it happen before.
Because is Anthony Richardson out for the year? Is he done? Is Anthony Richardson not playing at all?
He has something orbital bone, man. This dude, man, it's just God. This is the experience thing.
Oh my God.
I know. Hey, Minton. Ultimate upset pick. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look, this is it kind of reminds me of Baker Mayfield comes in a day before the game or something like that, 2 days before the game against the Raiders. That's the only thing that in the back of my head, like I can see happening.
Yeah, Seahawks defense is too good though, man.
I know.
Because our defense was ass, so it's like that could happen. Seahawks defense is good, man. Seahawks defense is good. I just can't see it, man. I can't see it happening.
You can't see it, but I ain't mad at
Jonathan Taylor. Maybe Jonathan Taylor goes crazy. That's the only situation. I know that's what I feel the worst for, man. Jonathan Taylor was having like an MVP level season, man, and then it's all downhill for him now.
Yeah. Damn, Rivers is really. That's crazy though for him to come back though like that, 44 years old, man. That's crazy. But it's an offense that he knows too. He knows through and through. Like that's why like they felt good about it. Man, but his arm though, I don't know what state it is right now at age 44. It's not like he had a great arm to begin with as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
So, man, it's different, man. It's not like Joe Flacco for most of his career had one of the strongest arms in the NFL.
Yeah.
But man, that's gonna be interesting to see, bro. Yeah. I want to see what happens. We got Tennessee. This is another. Oh, the 49ers. My boy was like, "You trying to go to the?" Nah, I ain't trying to go to this game. Depressing.
Tennessee versus the 49ers. Hell no.
No, I would have went. Just kind of busy at that time, but
Cam Ward in person.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I haven't been to
Levi
this year. You know what I mean? It's like nearby. It's like right around the corner. So but it would have been hella Niner fans. Oh
yeah,
man, that's disgusting. We got 49ers, Tennessee. Who you got, Severe? Oh, did you go Seahawks? You went Seahawks, right?
I went Seahawks, yeah. No, what? Give me Titans, man. F it. Give me the Titans.
Titans? Oh, damn.
I get it. It'll get upset going.
See, I got to go 49ers on this.
Yeah, you got the 49ers probably win. Get a little upset action here. Tajay Spears goes crazy.
Let me see. The Severe I mean, not serious, but Mint, did he go with?
He went to Niners, bro. Come on.
You went with the Titans.
He went to Niners. I already know.
You went 49ers.
Come on, Cam Ward. Come on, dog.
The Niners.
We need one more win out of you, big dog.
Yeah.
Give us one more.
So we got Sunday night football, Minnesota, Dallas. We'll see. We'll make one. He went Cowboys. Did Lamb, he's out? Is he out for this game?
I don't know.
Did he get hurt or something? I feel like he got hurt. Man, I know McCarthy was able to play well last game, actually get the win for the, which I called. I said Minnesota was going to win. I think that was one of my upsets too.
Yeah.
Ah, man, this one though. This is tough. Dallas actually looked good with their D-line, like their defense, like getting everybody back, especially after the bye week. They looked like they didn't really look too bad. I'm gonna go Vikings. Because I know you're about to go Cowboys.
It all depended on what you did. It was my true pick. I mean, I know man went Dallas. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he went with Cowboys. I went Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas. I think the last game from McCarthy was a fluke.
Okay.
I think he comes crashing back down to earth.
I
think George Pickens goes crazy too. Though. All the media attention he's been getting, I think he just goes berserk.
All right, let's see. I could see that happening too. I can see that happening, and it just be slow too. The ball just hanging in the air.
They're gonna give him something. They're gonna give him something easy. Shane Steichen, he's gonna give him something easy to start the game with.
Well, they said there's a chance he plays, but they're like way there. I think they're who's the guy? Riley Leonard might he's like week to week. I think he still might play possibly, but that'd be crazy if he comes in and just plays against the Seahawks, man. Just like that. Rocky says, I'm excited to see if we pull a win out. I don't care about the draft. Raiders can always trade up even. Oh, my God. This right here, man, this is – I'm sorry, bro. I'm going to have to put you on blast, man. I need to know who.
That's nightmare fuel right there.
Come on, man.
Nightmare fuel.
Come on, Rocky. Come on, Rocky. Come on, man. We don't want to hit. Come on. I'm excited to see if we pull out a win.
I just wonder, like, why? Like, why are these people excited to see pull out a win?
Rocky, do you want a quarterback? Do you want a quarterback? If you don't want a quarterback, then I guess does it matter? Or do you want the best player in the draft? Non-quarterback? Best non-quarterback in the draft? Like, do you not? These are things that are like literally that are on the table right now. Like, if the Raiders win a game, they lose out on the possibility of getting a quarterback early and getting the best non-quarterback. Man, come on, Rocky, man. You for sure trolling. You're trolling, man.
I just don't get it, man. Like, you know, like what does this win this season? What does that really do for us?
I don't know.
Like, what does that do for us?
I have no idea. But shout out to everybody pulling up. Make sure to click and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Miami, Pittsburgh, Monday Night Football. Severe, who you got?
Oh, man. Look like we might not have an offensive coordinator, man. And we hire Robert Saleh, bro. We might not have offensive coordinator, bro.
I know. Well, he might grab somebody from San Francisco because he was Shanahan coaching tree. He might grab one of them, the QB coach over there. You know what I mean?
Our guy was Mike McDaniel. If we got Saleh, that was the dream.
You know what scares me from like these all-star coaching staffs is like they never really work out. You know what I mean? Like when it like because look like Salah, obviously he's a former head coach. Not to say that he's an all-star coach, but like he's a former head coach, whatever. But Mike McDaniel being the offensive coordinator, and then like I'm sure they're probably gonna go after somebody else. Like it just when they start putting together these coaching staffs and like just let I want to say just let the coach pick his coaching staff, but like let there be a relationship there. And if it's good, it's good. Then if it's not, don't try to force it. I think they hopefully Brady learned his lesson with the Chip Kelly hire because it obviously didn't work with Pete at all. You know, so just let the next coach let him pick his coaching staff, and whoever he has a good relationship with, that's what they should get. So it could work long term. But yeah, you're right. Mike McDaniel's not coming to the. I mean, I'd be surprised if he get fired. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Because they won like what six? What man? Champ Kelly, bro. He might be the I don't know, man. He might be the luck. That, like, I mean, he's an interim GM.
Yeah.
And ever since he took over as the interim GM, they've won like 6 straight.
Yeah.
Or they won like something like they're on a winning streak. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, this puts them like. Does it put them in? They're still on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
I'm going Pittsburgh. Damn, it's kind of hard, bro. I'm going Steelers. Did you pick? I forgot. Did you pick anybody? My bad. I think I might have.
No. I'm gonna go Dolphins because I have a feeling Matt probably went Pittsburgh. I don't see him being that risky to pick the Dolphins. So I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Mitt would actually pick the Dolphins. Actually, let me see. He did. Oh, he picked the Steelers. You're right.
I think you'll be safe right there. Steelers at home, probably cold weather game.
Yeah.
You know, Miami teams generally don't play well in the cold, so
yeah.
The Steelers is a smart choice. But hey, no risky, no biscuit.
Oh, hey, there you go. There you go, man. We appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in at this point, clock out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we picked some upsets here. You picked the Lions. That's a good one. I picked the Saints randomly, but that's more of me hoping that they win, so then they'll be out of the sweepstakes to get the top pick. I think Mint he went with the Bengals and Ravens. That can be a good one too.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody pulling up. Like I said, at this point, clock out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I don't know if is it showing up on your end?
What?
The screen. Yeah. I don't know why the screen is not showing up.
Yeah, it's not showing up on my end.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure double check. All right, there we go. There you go. Hope Miami win. I got a rookie 2 autograph. I'm trying to sell. There you go. Yes, sir, man. Man, we appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Great show. Little hiatus, you know what I mean? But we back at it. Don't worry. And then hopefully the Raiders lose this week, so then they can cement that number 1 pick. They still got 3 games left, but hopefully Kenny Pickett will like just crush any type of hope in this team, because they're like, oh man, maybe it was Geno Smith. Geno's a big part of them losing, but like, imagine if Pickett comes in here and just plays well, and then like, I don't know, I want to say win a game, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's I think they want to know what it's going to look like without Geno. I think there's a curiosity, I'm sure, with the coaching staff, even the team too. Like, let's see what happens with Kenny Pickett. But and you know I'm not a Kenny Pickett guy too at the end of the day, but like he did look like better in a short amount of time than Geno. But
yeah, but against it's a team that was basically super soft coverage.
Yeah,
like, let's keep everything in front of us, rally and tackle, wind this clock down.
True, and now the Eagles are going to they're ready. They're going to be game planning. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Against Kenny Pickett, and
They know Kenny Pickett. He was there
know
last year.
exactly. So they know what I'm sure like his weaknesses, his strengths and weaknesses are. So they know exactly who he is. But man, Severe, any last thoughts before we head out?
Nah, man. You know, obviously, a game on the road in the Eastern time zone, 10 a.m. game in cold weather versus a pretty talented defense. You know, I think Jalen Carter is hurt. They still got Jordan Davis. They still got, you know, some other guys. They've got Quinyon. Makuba has been playing well as a Raider. They still got some guys back there. So, like I said, I think the Raiders going to Raider. I think we're getting a little too excited about Kenny Pickett, you know, based off garbage time.
But the thing is, though, Raidering in this instant is actually winning a game. That's the part that's getting me. This is the Raider PTSD. It's not even about like them winning the game. It's like losing. It's like, of course, we can always expect that from this season, especially. But it's just they're gonna do something that like, man, what are you doing, man? Like this season's just bad enough. Now we're not even guaranteed to get like, you know, one of the best players in the draft. Like, come on.
Yeah, I just think I just think we're just too bad. Only thing I can see happening is if like the Eagles just overlook us. But since they just had a bad loss, like I don't think they can afford to do that. You know, I don't think they can afford to do that. They're coming off a win, possibly.
Yeah.
Like you think about some of like the worst teams in the league, like some of the worst, like the Commanders are legitimately one of the worst teams in the NFL, and they beat the dog out of us, right? So it's like, you know, we're just not a good team, man. We don't have a good roster. We're not coached well. Like the guys
worst
aren't.
Team? Would you say the worst team? Would you say the worst team?
I think the Titans are still worse. But at least the Titans, there's hope, right? You got a young quarterback. You got some hope there, right? You know, with us, it's no hope at all. No hope at all, man. And you know, the Titans they just fired their head coach, so they're gonna be on the coaching search too, probably like us. But like you can see there's some upward trajectory there where you can, okay, you know what? If we do this, you know, maybe we can be good. Like us, it's just, I don't know. It's all bad. And what's crazy is that, you know, I'll end it here. We talk about like Tom Brady talked about this team giving up.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't remember, I don't know if we talked too much about it, but speaking of the Titans, I want to say before we beat the Titans that game, or after we beat the Titans rather, Jamal Adams was talking about like, you know what, hey, a lot of guys almost lost hope or stopped believing or something like that. Jamal Adams said after the game. And that was like very early on in the season. Guys were already like, time to pack this thing up. Like that's what game what, like 6 or something like that. Like, you know, guys are already ready. Like, you know what? Hey, it's not our year, baby. It's not our year. Yeah. So that was early. So what do you think? What do you think guys are thinking now? Oh, bro, guys are mailing it in.
For sure, man. But hey, man, we'll be back here next week, man. 50-50 show Tuesday. Obviously, around the Shield next week. We'll try to bring on a great guest too. Hopefully, by next week. So definitely tune in for that. And then obviously, you know, Severe, you got stuff going on. You got a post game show on Sunday, and then you know you got a show coming up on Monday.
Yeah, I got a show coming on Monday. This Monday I didn't do. I had to go pick up my car, so I do this Monday. But this upcoming Monday for sure. For sure. Hopefully, my son has his Super Bowl's on Saturday, so hopefully
there you go, man.
Bring it home.
There you go.
Somebody got to win in this house,
man. For sure, man. Good luck to your son, man. Hopefully he balls out. And then everybody pulling up, make sure, like I said, on the way out, man, clack out, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hype the video too, man. If you see the hype button, definitely hype it. And then also anybody watching the replay or even anybody that we try to get everybody's comments. If we didn't get to it, definitely leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll definitely get into it. We'll definitely get back to you as well. So definitely tune in. Any last thoughts, Severe, before we head out?
Yeah, man. Nah. Raiders by decapitation. Lose by decapitation, rather.
Be out of here, man.